Let's talk about the Glittering Court. Adelaide, a young countess, poses as her servant in order to escape an arranged marriage she's not too fond of and flee to the New World in order to start a new life. In order to do that, she must join the Glittering Court, a finishing school that turns poor young girls into upper-class, upstanding young ladies. And she manages to keep her true identity secret from everyone except Cedric, the son of the owner of the Glittering Court, who also seems to be hiding a dangerous secret himself. From there, the two decide to team up to hatch a very dangerous plan to escape to the new world, free of the social constraints of their old one, and the story really takes off from there. That is a very basic plot of The Glittering Court by Richelle Mead. It's so good and it's so interesting, and I just really enjoyed this book. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. This is a very difficult book to summarize because there are so many different aspects of the story. A lot of people are very unsure of what the story's actually about because it's really hard to explain the story because it is so multi-layered. It's not historical fiction because it doesn't take place in our world. It takes place in a land that is non-existent, but there's no magic, so it's not like true high fantasy. Richelle Mead really drew inspiration from Elizabethan era England and colonial America, and you can absolutely see it represented in the story. And then we also have this group of people called the Ikwori who live in the New World. They're very reminiscent of Native Americans, and they're treated in a very similar way to how the colonists treated the Native Americans. It's just so cool how she took our history and spun it into this really interesting fantasy novel. One of the biggest selling points for the story is the way it's told. 3-book series, but it's like 3 standalones, but you really have to read all of them to get the overarching story. And that's very obvious once you read the book because there are 3 main characters, Adelaide, Mira, and Tamsin. You can totally see that, like, oh, this girl's being really secretive and unwilling to forfeit information. You want to know what it is. Richelle Mead had a wonderful way of writing these side characters, but giving you enough of them to where you become attached to them and you want to know more about them. And that's really what drives you to want to read the next book. So much mystery surrounding the other girls. You really need the other perspective to get the full story. The series could have easily been written as a multiple point of view story. So easily could she have taken the 3 stories, mushed them together, had less happen in each book, but had 3 narrators in each book. I like that she didn't do that because there's more mystery now. I don't know what's going on with the other girls. It was very fresh feeling and it was very unique and it makes it stand out, and it's its big selling point. People have been saying that it's difficult to really follow, especially the ending, because so much is going on and you don't really know what's happening because Adelaide has no idea what's happening either. And then they don't really resolve it. It just skips forward a couple of weeks, but it has to be unresolved. Otherwise, you learn the other 2 girls' stories and the other 2 books have no purpose. I feel like once you read the 3rd book, this will make more sense and it will be a more complete story. I didn't find it confusing. I felt it kind of abrupt the way it ended. A climactic conclusion happened and then we flash forward a couple of weeks and the epilogue happens. Also, some people have said this book feels a bit rushed, and I don't think it felt rushed. It does cover a lot of time in a short book. We have to get all of Adelaide's story told in 1 book. It's not like it's stretched across 3 books where we can really feel like time is elapsing. I was so entranced and gripped by this book that I didn't notice that at all. It spans at least a year, maybe a year and a half to 2 years. So a lot happens in the 400 pages of this book. That just meant, in my opinion, that it was super fast paced. I didn't feel like there were really any slow anything because the book didn't have time to be slow. I also really enjoyed the romance in the story. The main love interest is just I love him. This book doesn't have a heavy presence of a love triangle. It's not internal conflict or another human that's causing problems in the relationship. It's the world, it's the setting. These 2 characters really want to be together and they really like each other, and it's just that. But there's a lot of other extenuating circumstances that prevents them from being together, and it was just a different approach to romance you don't see very often in books. Richelle Mead did a wonderful job of creating a series of standalones that still like drive me and intrigue me to read the next book, and I really Loved it. I have no gripes with this book, obviously. I really enjoyed it. Other people have gripes. I don't. I think that this book is totally worth all the hype it's getting. Read this book, please. This book is totally worth the hype. Just please read it and then talk to me about it because I loved it so much. So those are all my thoughts and feelings for The Glittering Court by Richelle Mead. I can't wait for the next book to come out. I'm so excited. I loved this so much. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I will see you very soon. Bye!